Alright lads, so the end of month of August did bring us 3 new male characters, and the first one that we're going to be showcasing today on this channel is going to be the one I'm most excited for, the brand new White Day Shuhei, aka Party Time Shuhei.
ではどうぞ。スペシャルな今日の出会いと君の瞳に乾杯。
So looking at the character, Shuhei is a technique Soul Reaper with the Hollow Killer ability. He then comes equipped with a lot of skills that make him a very powerful NAD character. For starters, he comes with a team party buff for technique attribute Soul Reapers, where he will buff their normal attack damage by 20%, and this does count for himself. He also has a 40% increase on his strong attack damage, a 30% increase on his normal attack damage, which does get up by an extra 20% from his normal attack damage link. So essentially he has a 50% normal attack damage buff, 40% extra damage to slowed enemies. He does inflict slow on all of his attacks. 5-second debilitator, so if you do inflict the slow, you're going to be inflicted by said slow for an additional 5 extra seconds. He then most importantly does come with flurry, doubling the hits that his normal attacks do actually have. Then he has poise, making it so when he does take damage, he isn't going to get staggered, one of the more important skills for any type of NAD character for a lot of in-game content. And then he also has sprinter +1, and then finish up his kit, he does have range damage plus 10%, and it gets up to 30% in Guild Quests. It doesn't end there, however, because he does come with 3 unique innate skills which make him even better than he actually is. So the first one is Dodge Hollow Damage. He has a 50% chance to not take any type of damage when a Hollow character does hit him. I know, kind of insane, this is the first time we've seen it for Hollow. The only other character in the game to have something similar to this is the 6th anniversary AIZEN, where he has a 50% chance to dodge Soul Reaper enemies' attacks. In addition to that, Shuhei then does come with freeze immunity, making it so he can never be frozen, and then he also does have Shacklam, where every 5 seconds he has a 12% chance to inflict slow on any enemy that has been spawned in on the map. Whether they're on your screen or not, if they're in the map, they have a chance to get slowed. So you can already see right here, this character has a lot going for him. He has a lot of skills that buff his no attack damage. He has a lot going for him, especially in Guild Quests, where you do kind of want to use him in, and we'll talk about Guild Quests in a minute. But one of the big glaring issues about this character for a lot of people is that he does lack guard break. For the most part, for any type of playable NAD character, you want them to have guard break because it just makes them significantly more enjoyable and significantly better, because they're not going to get slowed down by needing to use strong attacks whenever an enemy does need to have their guard broken. This can be a very big issue for a lot of NAD characters out there, and definitely does hurt a lot of characters out there when they don't come with guard break. However, I will say in this case, Shuhei really doesn't need guard break to be a very good character, because he has a lot going for him in a bunch of different game modes that we're about to talk about right now.
Bleach, Brave Souls.
So PvE content, how does he perform when using him in point events, IT, IZ for example? He pretty much isn't anything too special when it comes to these type of game modes, because he just performs like any other NAD character. There's no difference compared to him and, let's say, the most recent NAD tech character, which is the Senbon Zakura. They're both flurry characters without guard break, they both have Hollow Killer, and they're both technique. He is going to perform like any other ranged character in the game. Sure, he can dish out a lot of damage, but again, as I just mentioned, him not having guard break can potentially be a big turn off for you, because it means whenever you're just trying to clear content quick, or you're just trying to breeze through content very easily, it becomes a hindrance when you have to use your strong attacks to break the guard. And since he is a NAD based character, you are going to be using chappies, so most of your strong attacks are going to be doing absolutely no damage, and it's not even going to be killing the enemies, it's just more so going to be a hassle. So for normal PvE content, I don't think he's anything too crazy. Sure, he's usable like every character in this game, and if you find enjoyment in using this character for farming point events, for farming IZ and IT, by all means you can use him. But I'm not gonna lie, not having guard break definitely does hurt my enjoyability with the character, and it means I'm never really going to be using him for this type of content. I'd rather just use someone else that does have guard break, or I'd just rather use an SP character that can potentially clear a lot quicker.
Bleach, Brave Souls.
So Guild Quests. This is where the character definitely does shining. It's one of his more key and prominent features of the character, is him being used in the Hollow Week of Guild Quest, more specifically the Ranged Hollow Week. One good thing about him is that he is naturally immune to freeze, so that means the frozen pause in the Hollow Week of GQ won't affect him, therefore meaning you don't have to give him any kind of freeze immunity links, and you can just focus on using free tech, normal attack damage links. In GQ, it is very important to have 2 side lane NAD characters, and he is going to be one of the ones that is going to be dishing out the most damage. We recently just received the Spirits Alpha of Yujishiro, being the non-attack damage character, buffing his entire team with his SA2, the boost attack, and now we have Shuhei to go alongside the Jushiro in being the powerhouse character, the character that can be able to do the most damage in the team, because he does come with 70% non-attack damage, and then you also have 30% extra damage in GQ, and then you also have a chance to inflict slow on all of his attacks, and also the extra chance to inflict slow from the skill, the Shackler ability. And then if you do inflict the slow, you're now doing 40% more damage to said enemies. So this allows him to be one of the best Nad side lane characters for the Hollow Week of GQ, alongside Spirits Alpha of Jushiro. Jushiro is doing a lot of damage too, supplying the boost and the shield, and then Shuhei's just doing a monstrous damage. Combine this Shuhei with a Spirits Alpha of Jushiro, and also your main runner as, let's say, someone like 5th Anniversary Byakuya, you're gonna breeze through the content very easily. Even if all the characters are 1 out of 5, you're not gonna have to worry about not doing damage, because you're gonna be dishing out a lot of damage, and also have a lot of survivability, a lot of crowd control, which I think is very nice, especially considering the fact that the ranged Hollow Week of GQ, while it wasn't the hardest one out there, it has now definitely been a lot easier thanks to these 2 new characters that released in the last month or so. And Shuhei is a very nice addition to the team, and definitely someone that I will be using if I do eventually pull him sometime in the future.
Bleach, Brave Souls.
Epic Raids is something that Nad characters is naturally shining, especially when they are bonus characters. In this case, because Guild Quest and also Epic Raids don't have any guarded enemies, you don't have to worry about character not having guard break. And he is now a bonus for the Yoruichi Epic Raid for the next 2 months. So if you want to farm Epic Raids, one of the best days to farm said Epic Raid for Yoruichi is definitely on the technique only days when you can use this Shuhei. And just to remind you, he does have a 80% no attack damage increase when being used outside of Guild Quest. Combine that with the 40% extra damage to slowed enemies, and the fact that you can have potential multiple Shuheis in your team, but constantly inflicting slow, you're going to clear Epic Raids very, very quickly, and that's what I like about this character. Of course, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage in Guild Quest and also Epic Raids, and it makes up for the fact that he doesn't actually have guard break.
Bleach, Brave Souls.
Arena. Who would have thought that Shuhei would be one of the best characters for this game mode? At first glance, you might not even think he's one of the better characters, but believe it or not, he is by far maybe the best Nad character to use in Arena right now. Maybe even better than Misaki. The main reason for this is because of the skills that he does have. For starters, looking at his kit when it comes to Arena, he's a no attack damage link, so therefore he does pick up minus 10% damage reduction. When you take him to Arena level 5, he then does get 90 additional attacks, so he's always going to be a good link for your future technique Nad characters, but even then, it makes it so he does do more damage. And then if you do get his arena skills to level 5, he does pick up 11% evasion, just making it so he's very annoying to just go against, because he is a Nad based character. If you build him right, you're going to be building him with DR, and having a tanky character to go against, being able to dish out a lot of damage from afar, and also having a chance to just evade your attacks can be very annoying, and it's something that we've pretty much never seen before on a Nad character like this. But then it gets even more toxic when you think about the fact that he does have an innate skill called Shackler. That therefore means he always has a chance to inflict you with slow. And if you're in a battle with, let's say, some NPCs, you're going against a boss, you're about to use a strong attack, they're about to use a strong attack against you, and then you randomly get inflicted by slow, you're pretty much going to die. Slow, for the most part, has been a status element that has pretty much been ignored by KLab themselves. We don't have any characters in the most recent years besides this character that does inflict slow, and it's nothing too important. It's not a very good status element, it's not that useful until you take it into Arena. If you get inflicted by slow and you're about to get hit, it's almost game over. There's nothing you can do besides just literally wait for the slow to wear off, and it doesn't wear off that quick. It lasts a long time, it's very annoying, and until this character released, I didn't realize how toxic slow could actually be. It's by far one of the worst status elements to go against when being played in Arena, and no character for the most part is immune to slow naturally, besides characters that just have, you know, complete status immunity. And then it gets worse than that. Of course, he's a Nad based character, he's ranged, he can dish out damage from afar, he's tanky, but then it's worse for 2 specific characters that you might be using a lot in Arena, that being the Artwork Ichigo and also 6th Anniversary AIZEN. 2 characters that are hollows. This character, Shuhei, has Hollow Killer, therefore doing more damage to those 2 characters, and the most important part that I have been kind of avoiding talking about is the dodge hollow damage. He has a 50% chance to dodge any hollow character's attack. Now, there are a few hollow characters out there that you might see being used in Arena, but let's be honest, the 2 most prominent hollow characters being used is someone like 6th Anniversary AIZEN, Artwork Ichigo. This makes it, if you're using those 2 characters, which a lot of people are, It's a nightmare going against this Shuhei. You can see in the gameplay right now where I'm using multiple strong attacks just to kill the Shuhei, and it's just, he's too tanky. He always has a chance to evade, the 11% chance to evade, and then against hollowed enemies, he has a 50% chance to evade. It makes him one of the most toxic characters in Arena. But on the bright side, it doesn't make him the most toxic character in Arena, because if you're not using a hollow character, then sure, he could be annoying because he still has the 11% chance to evade, he still has the chance to inflict you with slow, but if you're not using a hollow character, you don't have to deal with that extra 50% chance for him to dodge your attack, and it means you can take him down a lot easier. I would recommend, if you are using someone like Aaroniero and also the 6th anniversary AIZEN, to stay away from Shuhei. Focus on the other two characters. And if you're going against 3 Shuheis, then maybe quit, because it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. I think the way they balance this character in Arena by making him tackle 2 specific characters, at the same time being a tad bit annoying but not too toxic against other characters, is a pretty good balance. It doesn't make him too broken, but it makes him broken against those 2 characters that everyone just loves using in Arena. So I think this character is a very good character in Arena, and if I didn't make that clear already, then just go into Arena with 6th anniversary AIZEN, go against a Shuhei, and you're going to see how toxic it is for yourself. So in conclusion, what do I think about this Shuhei? I absolutely adore Shuhei. I'm not the biggest fan of Shuhei in general, but I think this character is very fun to play around with. The animations, the vibe he gives off in his special animation with him doing the poses, his win end screen is by far one of the best in the game. Everything this character does just has a lot of joy and charm to it, and it makes it just playing with this character fun. Even though I mentioned in the PvE section of the video that I might not ever use him when it comes to normal PvE play, but I kind of like him. I kind of like the way he plays. Like, he just has a lot of funness about the character that I kind of like. It is so much so that I actually paid attention to the story in the point event, and it was kind of cool. Shuhei basically went into a dating simulator and visited the Gentleman Cafe, where he came across all the White Day characters like Gin, AIZEN, and also Grimmjow. I think this character is very fun, and a lot of people are downplaying him just because he doesn't have guard break. I am also someone that is very disappointed when a NAD character doesn't get guard break. It ruins a lot of characters, but in this situation, as someone that is very good in Guild Quest, designed to be used in Guild Quest, designed to be used in Arena, and very toxic in Arena, and also just being very fast to clear epic raids when he is a bonus, right? Him not having guard break is the least of his worries in my opinion. It doesn't ruin this character specifically. There's a lot of NAD characters out there that don't have guard break and therefore have been forgotten, but I think this character is going to stand the test of times as being one of the better NAD characters in the game that doesn't have guard break. But that being said, lads, that was the character review for the brand new White Day Shuhei. I was always excited for this character after reading his stats and skills, and after playing with him, I definitely like him a lot more. As I mentioned, he has a lot of charm to him. If you're a Shuhei fan, you got yourself a very fun Shuhei. This is a side of Shuhei that we've never seen before, and I very much do like it. I'm a big fan of this character. The animations are clean. There's really nothing to complain about this character besides the fact that he doesn't have guard break, and as I mentioned, as I proved in this video, he doesn't really need it. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this Shuhei, and if you pulled him, if you did, congratulations, you got yourself a good character, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.